Faith is essential. We have to approach the sinner with compassion, and we have to focus on the eternal. I fully believe that each of us is here in this time for a reason. I fully believe that you have been given a testimony of faith and of the grace that Jesus has shown you to bring you from death to life, to give you a hope for the future. I fully believe that the reason that he gave you that was so that you could be hope to somebody else. You could point to hope for somebody else. You could be a light to somebody else. I do not believe that he gave you a testimony so you could sit on it and keep it for yourself. I fully believe that we are entering into times where we're gonna see the enemy ramp up his attack. I think you're seeing it. And what I know in these moments is that this is not a time for the church to be silent. It's not a time for the church to be still or stagnant. It's a time for the church to rise up in faith and to recognize that our faith is essential, to recognize that we need to have an eternal focus no matter what we find ourselves doing. It's not just ministry through the church where we share the good news of Christ. It's actually in everything that you do. Do you know that you are in the workplace you are in because that is your mission field? Do you know that when you pray for God's hand to be at work, the hand at work is yours? It's not some hand that's gonna reach down out of heaven and do all the work for you. No, he placed you in this moment to be that hand at work. And so when you pray for God's hand to be at work, recognize that that's your hands. What I believe is that God's truth needs to be our truth, and it needs to be a truth that we are willing to stand on and stake our lives on, and it needs to be louder than the truth of the enemy, because what we're seeing right now is that the truth of the enemy is trying to be really, really loud. And what we need to do, what the Lord needs us to do, is to rise up as the church, people bold in our faith and on fire for Jesus and willing to share at whatever cost. We need to do that. It's a call to action because our action needs to be loud. It needs to be more than just this gathering. It needs to be actually being the hands and feet of Jesus. You're seeing this incredible move of faith all over the place. You don't have to be all over social media and watch the news to even know it. It is literally felt because that's the power of the God that we serve.